Welcome back, everyone. I'm Winifred Boyd to this week's Qigong practice brought to you by the Port Washington Public Library. As you can probably already see, we'll be doing some seated practice again today. We do a lot of standing practice, but sometimes we're tired or we're sitting at our desk at work or we can't move around quite the way we'd like to. And we can at least work on our bodies and get a little exercise and do a little self-healing, even though we might sort of have to be structured in our chair, but we have a 15-minute break at work, or, our legs are bothering us and we need to sit down, but we should always try to help our bodies heal a little bit every day. So this gives us another nice option. So what we're going to do is take a nice big deep breath in. And we're going to bring that energy down as we exhale and put that out through the feet and the ground and scoop that energy up and bring that down and out. We're rinsing that through the body. We're bringing it up. We're scooping it up and we're drawing it down, imagining that energy moving out through our bodies and then back down into the ground as we release everything. Breathing in as exhaling as we're coming down. Breathing in as we're going up. And this again is another exhale. Good. Now let's shake things out, move it up. We're going to move the lymph lines a little bit. We're going to do things in parts today like this. Normally I'll have you shake your feet too, but we're going to do that separately. If you want to, you can. But we're just going to get things moving a little bit. And down. And up. Yeah, good. And then side to side a little bit. Sort of like a very fast, cleanly wave. You always get the cleanly wave when we see her going by. But we're going to do this a little bit faster, so at least you get the idea of the motion to just get things a little bit moving. And we'll do a couple more. And down. Okay, good. And then just flick a little bit. Just gently, not hard, if you can. Some people have problems with hand joints or it may be uncomfortable. If anything is causing you pain, distress, just stop, sit, watch, try it again. Don't do that move. Sometimes the discomfort, and we're going to go back up again and then back down. Sometimes that discomfort is important because it's help moving things out. Sometimes it's not. Joint pain, for example, difficulty breathing, anything like that, just sit, stop, watch. Just even participating in the energy that's being generated by the video and other people doing it energetically will help in a way. Another good thing before we move on, rub your hands together a little bit. We're going to rub our hands and then give a little bit of clap. Make sure you're getting all of your hands. And actually, let's go up the arms. I'm going to come across the chest and down. And over the shoulder, you can use your hand here to hold your elbow. You can use your arm. And then across. We're stimulating the lungs here. And we're coming back down again. We're getting 6 of the meridians out of the 12 main meridians in acupuncture. So even this gentle tapping gets the blood and energy moving throughout the body and helps the body heal. But gently. Do it a cupped hand. So you don't get that high crack sound that you would normally when you clap. You kind of get that thwapping sound. Or like on your back, you kind of get a thud. So you don't want to hear. You want to hear. It's kind of a whop. It's a kind of whop, whop. down. It's a little easier if you're sitting on a hassock. This particular chair has a frame, so I'm trying to work around the frame a little bit. But if you can turn your leg out to the side a little bit, it will help. What we're going to do is we're going to draw up the energy from the earth. So you want to gently pull up this energy as you're seated and go around the face and down the arm and sprinkle that energy over there a little bit. And then we're going to change sides and we're going to draw up. Imagine that energy coming up from Mother Earth, from the earth, and pushing it out through the body. Even moving your legs here is going to be helpful. Breathing in. And gently wash the face and down, out through the arm. Good. Always come back to center. Coming back to center is really important for a lot of things, especially if you're doing this from the chair. This way you stay in better posture. That was a little quick, but I did come back to center first. But try to do a little bit slower. And we'll wash. And we're pushing that energy out and through. A couple more. So bring that energy up. Envision pulling like water from a well. Coming up. Pushing it out and through. And removing the old energy. One more set. Breathing in. Wash. Down. And out. Again, if you have a chair that doesn't have a frame like mine, this movement will be a little bit easier. So draw that energy up. Come around, down, and out. Good. So come back to center. We're going to do our waterfall. Breathe in. And exhale as we come down. Envisioning it going through all the chakras and then out and into the ground. Try to relax the shoulders as you do this. Breathing in. And down. Good. Now, if you have legs on your chair, it's helpful to hold. So let's shake out those feet a little bit. Let's get the lymph line on the other part of your body moving. We did the arms and the chest, and let's get the feet. Just alternate at your leisure, at your own time, just to get things moving a little bit. Holding the chair helps you stay a little bit, little less sort of, you don't have to. I have a back chair too, you don't have to. But if you need the stability or want the stability, or if you're outside like I am, possibly a little slightly uneven ground, holding on is a good thing. But you can leave your arms to the side as you shake your legs or feet. And if you have problems doing that, just gently lift here. Just if you can, just gently lift. Do a couple of these. Just pull up. Pull up. Gently pull up. Pull up. Helping yourself. And then, if you can, just rotate the ankles. If you need to do it down here, do it down here. If you want to lift up a little bit, do a little bit of leg work by lifting your knee. You can do that. If not, just do it close to the ground. Stretch out your foot a little bit. This is helping work the other 6 meridians out of the main 12. Helping loosen up the joints as well. Make sure you go inside and outside with the feet. In Eastern medicine, different body parts will actually activate other parts of your body. For example, your forearm will go to your stomach due to the meridian itself, but this will also help the opposite side of the neck. So left arm, right side of the neck. Okay, and breathe in. Let's do one of those. Let's actually do 3. Breathe in again. And if you need to rest in between, that's great. Just catch up when you can, or just sit and watch. So now we're going to gather that energy, and we're going to bring it in. My thumb is on the lower edge of my umbilicus or my belly button. And then my right hand is over the top of my left. Do it however you feel most comfortable. Everyone will hear me say this a lot. Sometimes women will have their left hand underneath, and women will have their left hand underneath. Men will have their right hand underneath. But I've seen it done both ways from masters. So, however you feel most comfortable. Breathe in and exhale. Try to relax anything that's tight. Try not to arch your back. It's moving your pelvis is a little bit forward so your back is straighter. And try to imagine roots growing out from your feet and anchoring into the ground. So you need to wiggle your feet a little bit to feel that contact. Do that. If your feet can't touch the ground, then imagine the roots growing from where they are into the earth and anchoring them in and pulling up that energy. Breathing from the abdomen. So you'll fill up your belly first where your hands are, and then it will gradually come up. Breathe into anything that's tight or uncomfortable, and try to let that go. Clear the mind. You may sigh, you may yawn. As you release, you'll feel that saliva possibly gathering in your mouth. Again, that's a great elixir. And if you don't have a cold, swallow that saliva. It helps the body heal. It's being generated by the energy work that we're doing and physical movement. You might feel warmth under your hands. You may feel tingling. This is your second chakra, or the Dantian. This is where your energy is generated from in Eastern medicine. This is where everything gets together and makes it happen. If you have a cold, you might want to spit the saliva out. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take 3 turns on the abdomen. 1, 2, 3. Hold again for a second. And then as we breathe in and exhale, we'll move up to the solar plexus, or the 3rd chakra. And again, we're going to hold. This is our center of will. You may want to envision some lemon yellow in there, beautiful, zesty lemon. Clean, clear, juicy, fresh, Again, still breathing from your abdomen, allowing the rise and fall of your belly or the dantian. The birds are quiet today. Usually I have somebody squawking. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good releasing breath. This might start to feel warm or more saliva gathering. It may feel a little icky as you might be dealing with things that have to do with personal power. Again, yawning a little bit, I'm releasing. No matter what level we're at, with Qigong, acupuncture, yoga, anything like that, we do these things to help improve our bodies, our health, mental and spiritual and physical, because daily life makes us out of balance. So no matter where we are in our practice, it's important to acknowledge that we also need to always shift, change, and come back into balance, to whatever degree that is. It all depends on how we handle things, what's happened in our lives, and so on. So it's important to have that daily practice to help ourselves stay more focused, more centered, healthier, brighter, energetically speaking. Helps mental capacity too, obviously physical and spiritual. And the more daily practice, I won't say more, but daily practice, no matter what it is, as long as it is something, will help improve your body. The more often you can do it, if your body is willing, that will help improve things at a slightly faster rate. But never go beyond what you feel your body is capable of doing or what your body's telling you it's capable of doing. Because sometimes we think one thing and our body's like, yeah, no. And we can coax and urge it sometimes, but we should listen. Okay, we're going to take 3 turns. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in, and as we exhale, we're going to come up to the heart. And again, we're going to hold. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Make sure your feet feel connected to the ground, or your mind has anchored your feet to the ground. Sometimes their seating capabilities don't allow us to have our feet touch, but we can still do this. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Allow that energy to expand, connecting the feet to the earth. Envision a lens opening from the top of your head, much the same you would see like a camera lens opening if you're watching it on television, or the camera itself as it opens and spirals out, and allowing the energy come down from the top. Bugs are thinking I'm a tree. And then draw that energy up through your legs, through both of your legs, and together to mix into the heart. And allow that to expand. Again, I'm releasing. This is just very comforting in itself. If you have a loss, or if you are upset over something, it's holding your heart can be very soothing, or help you get to sleep. Same thing with the third chakra or the second. I find this is typical too. If you're trying to get to sleep and you can't, having one hand over your heart and one on your abdomen will help you relax. You can almost feel your spine sort of just relaxing a little bit, and just everything letting go. So let's finish this movement 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Good. And now let's put that right hand down on the third chakra. And we're going to let our bodies just relax a little bit. Stay connected to the earth. The iris at the top of your head is open, allowing that energy to fill and build. Okay, and then we're going to gather that energy and bring it back to the lower dantian. Thumb again is on the base of the umbilicus. Hands on the belly, below the belly button. And have that awareness of your feet, the energy coming in from the sky. And filling your body. And then direct it to your hands. Gently. Don't push it. Just gently. Allow it to flow. Breathing in, exhaling through the nose. There are different practices with the eyes. You can, some believe you should leave them open. Some feel if you feel comfortable closing them. And some would say just a soft close. So if you really were trying hard to look, you could see through your eyes, but it's a half close. And we're going to come out of this and we're going to do a waterfall. Okay? Breathe in. And gently exhale and out. Scoop up. Guide that energy down through gently. And we're going to do one more. And down. What we're going to do here is another type of waterfall I learned from a very old instructor of mine. Watch it once, and I'll explain it. The break is a visual as we break it down. Pretend there's a cistern or a vat or a barrel, a bucket of water in front of you, and there are the birds. And what you're going to do, usually we start here, what we call in martial arts a chamber. What you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers, you're going to close them up, put your thumb across the top. Okay, go ahead, try that. Open up, fingers close. This is also a proper way to do a fist. You never want to have your thumb inside. So one more time. Curl and thumb over the top. Okay, hopefully you can see that from where you are. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our arms back. So you can sort of see from the side, my fist is at my side. I know I'm wearing something a little furry today. Not furry, but fabric-y, furry, Sherpa-y-ish out of synthetic material. Because it's a little cooler today. But you want to have your fist at your side, kind of palm up, or palm up if it was open. And what we're going to do is we're going to open our hands, dip into that cistern, pull that water up, allow it to splash over us, open our arms wide to greet the sun. And then what we're going to do is we're going to gently bring our hands back, palms facing away from you, and you're going to run your hands down a waterfall. And you're going to turn and come. So breathing in, scooping that water up, allowing it to splash over you, greet the sun. And exhale as we come down. Elbows are bent, hands are gently running across, turn, and pull back. Okay, breathe in, scoop. Allow that water to fall over you, splashing, greeting the sun. And coming back down, running your hands. Good, and come back. Excellent. Do a couple more of these. Breathe in, scoop that water. Again, allow it to splash over you. Greet the sun. Come back. Hands to the waterfall, elbows bent. Good, and turn. Again, scoop. Allow that water to splash. Open up the chest area here. Allow it to open best you can. And down. Try to keep the elbows in and bent. Good. Turn. Here the elbows are also in at the sides. You don't want to see them this way. They don't want to be akimbo, but they want to be, as best you can, close to your sides. Scoop that water up. Allow it to splash over you. Come back and run the hands down the waterfall. That movement coming back may feel a little bit restrictive depending on how your shoulders are. Breathe in, do the best you can. Up, open the chest. This is great for the lungs. It opens up the body. It's also good for the mind and the spirit too. Just that kind of movement that has that energy. Breathing in. Best you can. If you can only do normal breath, or your body needs to do the normal breath, then do that. That's fine. Sometimes our breath needs to catch up with our body. Like my mouth needs to slow down for my mind sometimes too. Breathe in and up and open. Teachers are human too, no matter what they do. They all have their own experiences. Breathe in. And if you look at even masters' videos sometimes, you can see that they've been edited. So you don't get to see the bits that they're redoing. You just get to see that there's been an edit depending on the edit. Breathe in. So be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. We all make mistakes. Mistakes are about learning. Mistakes are about becoming better at what we do. We need to embrace our mistakes because that means somewhere along the lines we're continually getting better and better at what we're doing. Breathe in. We're learning. And that is what we do. And we're going to do one more. Breathe in. And up. So be kind to yourself wherever you are in your practice. It's hard. And back. Because the media doesn't always allow us to do that because they cut and edit. Life doesn't cut and edit like the media does. So just always remember there's a little person behind that curtain. All right, ready? Waterfall. Up the other one and down. Because we want to bring that energy back down. We were rising up before. And we kind of want to bring that down. Anchoring the feet back in. And we're going to do one more here. Good. And now we're going to gather that energy this time, and we're going to come into prayer hands. And we're going to breathe. Again, envision the iris open at the top of your head, and the iris is at the bottom of your feet, drawing that energy up and into your body. And allowing it to mix. Sort of see a universal spiral or universe as a spiral, but it's inside you. We share that energy, we share that connection, whoever we are, whatever we are. For a tree, a plant, a human, a cat, a dog, a hedgehog, a gnu, a rock, fish, bird. We're all part of that energy. Allow that energy to focus at the center of your heart, and then allow it to spiral outwards, encircling you like a cocoon. Protective. If you find yourself smiling, remember that energy. If you find a peaceful moment in the practice, remember that energy. So when you get into a space that makes you feel uncomfortable, or you come out of one, draw on that memory to help bring you back into focus, into center, and to find a little peace. Because it's so easily to be pulled away from our center, especially these days. So much media, so many different ideas and different things. So grab that piece of peace. That's yours. You own that. That belongs to you. You can take that wherever you go. That's something that's personal. This is a little Buddhist parable, and please forgive me, I'm somebody out there who is a devout Buddhist. I'm going to try to get this as correct as possible. But Buddha was walking somewhere, and this man came up to him very angry. And he kept throwing this abuse at Buddha, and Buddha remained unfazed, which made the man even more angrier and angrier and angrier as Buddha continued to be unfazed. And the man, finally worn out from his own anger, stopped and asked why Buddha didn't get angry. And Buddha said, "I didn't accept your gift." And the man didn't understand. So Buddha explained, if somebody offers you a present and you don't take it, it's not yours to have. So he didn't take the anger, which was the gift. So Buddha didn't get angry. So we have a choice of getting angry or not getting angry, or upset or not getting upset. Sometimes it's not so easy. But we can make a choice sometimes to not accept things when people do things wrong to us. Doesn't mean we need to accept what they do. But it doesn't mean that we need to get upset over it either, or angry. We don't have to mimic or mirror the individuals that are accosting us. You know, obviously there are different scenarios, but on a more basic and safer level. But on a daily, day-to-day life basis, is to stay centered, focused, peace, and not accept the gifts that we do not want. We don't have to own them. And that's hard for us, I think, as humans at times. And sometimes I ramble. So everyone, take a nice deep breath in and release. I want to thank you again for joining me today. Please find that peace in that center. Hold on to that. Don't accept gifts that you don't have to take if you don't want them. Please enjoy the other videos and live events that are available through the Port Washington Public Library. There's so many. There's a lot of talented people. There's also yoga instruction and other things that, you know, music events and flower arranging and all of that. And, of course, there's Hoopla and RB Digital and all of the reading and newspapers. And there's so much, so many good things at the library, even if you can only spend a limited amount of time right now being in them, or if you're going curbside and picking up your books. So, again, thank you so much for joining me today. The majority of the work that was done today was brought through my teaching, not my teaching, but from my teacher from QigongAwareness.com. And it was interdispersed with some of the things that I learned and am a Reiki master of. So please enjoy. And I look forward to seeing you guys all next week. Again, thank you. Have a great week.